Welcome back class 9 students. Today we will complete the chapter 2, that is matter around us pure. So we will do the exercises. So in exercise we have the question number 1, which separation technique will apply for the separation of the following. Okay, sodium chloride from its solution in water, that is we can do either with the help of crystallization or evaporation, but crystallization is more appropriate. Ammonium chloride from mixture containing sodium chloride and ammonium chloride, we will use sublimation. Okay, since ammonium chloride is volatile, means it doesn't have liquid states. Small pieces of metal in the engine of engine oil of a car, will use centrifugation or sedimentation. Different pigment from an extract of flower petals will use chromatography. Chromatography is used for separation of dye. Okay, color separation in dye. Butter from curd will use centrifugation. Oil from water separating funnel will use the process separating funnel. Tea leaves from tea will use filtration. Iron pins from sand we can use magnet, that is called magnetic separation. Wheat grains from husk will use winnowing. Fine mud particles suspended in the water will use centrifugation or sedimentation. Okay, now let's go to the next question. Write the steps you would use for making tea. Use the word solution, solvent, solute, dissolved, soluble, insoluble, filtrate and residue. So in the answer we have used this word solution, solvent, whatever we are getting in the answer, like solution, solvent, solutes, dissolved, solubles, insoluble, filtrate and residue, we made it blue color. Whatever words that these words coming in the answer is made blue color. Okay, or you can underline it in your answer. Okay, the word you are getting in your answer, you can underline it. Now let us do it. Answer. Steps involved for making tea. Number 1, take water is a solvent here in a kettle and heat it first you heat it. Then when the solvent boils, add the solute is milk. So milk plus water will give you a solution. Okay, so solution is made colorful, blue color. Then here not, then pour slowly hot solution of milk over the tea leaves. Color of tea leaves goes into the solution as filtrate. Okay, the remaining tea leaves being insoluble remains as residue. 4th step. 5th step, add requisite sugar which dissolves and tea is ready. Now separate the residue, that is tea leaf. Okay, you can write it in your way also. You know how to make tea. Now we'll go to question number 3. Pragya tested the solubility of 3 different substances at different temperatures and collected the data as given below. This is the data given below. I'll show you. Results are given in the following table as grams of substance dissolved in grams of water to form saturated solution. Okay, yeah, this is our table. Okay, so potassium is at 283, it can mix up to 21 grams. And at 293 we can mix up to 32 grams, and 313 Kelvin we can mix up to maximum 62 grams, and at 333 grams 333 Kelvin we can mix up to 106 grams, and to 353 at 353 Kelvin we can mix up to 167 grams. So sodium chloride also 36 at 283, 36 same 36 293, 36 at 313, and 37 at 333, 353 also 37. Potassium 35, 35, 40, 46 and 50. 24 ammonium chloride 24, 37, 41, 55 and 66. Okay. So questions are: what mass of potassium nitrate would be needed to produce a saturated solution of potassium nitrate in 50 grams of water at 333 Kelvin? At 100 gram our solubility of potassium nitrate is how much? 62. Okay. So at 50 gram it will be half of it. So 62 divided by 2, it is 31 gram. So we have answered the question 3A. Now we'll answer question 3B. Pragya makes a saturated solution of potassium chloride in water at 353 Kelvin and leaves the solution to cool at room temperature. What should she observe as solution cools? Explain. Here at 353 maximum we can mix how much? 353 and in 100 grams is what is the potassium chloride? Okay, 353 we can make 350 maximum 54 grams. Okay, but when it cools down slowly, when it will be in 330, the temperature will decrease to 333, will get 46 gram of potassium chloride will mix, remaining will reappear. Okay. Similarly, in 313 grams, 40 grams will be in the solution, and remaining that is 14 grams will reappear. Similarly, here also 35 grams will will be soluble in water, and remaining will reappear. Here also same. Okay, so the answer is that Pragya makes a saturated solution of potassium chloride in water in 353 Kelvin and leaves the solution to cool at room temperature. What would she observe as the solution cools? Answer will be, I have told you, as solubility of solute decreases with increase of temperature, so some amount of dissolved potassium chloride KCl will reappear as undissolved solid KCl. Okay, potassium chloride. Now part C. Find the solubility of each salt at 293 Kelvin. Which salt has the highest solubility at this temperature? Okay. So at 293 Kelvin, potassium chloride nitrate is maximum we can add to 100 grams is 32. Sodium chloride we can add maximum 36 in 100 grams. Potassium chloride 35 grams in 100 grams. Ammonium chloride 37 grams. So here, ammonium chloride is maximum, okay, among the above salt to form the saturated solution with water, and has the highest solubility at this temperature. Okay, now we go to part D. What was the question? Part D of question 3. What is the effect of change of temperature on solubility of salt? So change of effect of, so answer is, as the temperature increases, solubility will increase. Solubility of salt will increase. If the temperature decreases, the solubility of salt will decrease. Okay. So now we go to question number 4. Explain the following giving example: saturated solution, pure solution, substance, colloid and suspension. So we will explain and define saturated solution first. A. When no more solute can be dissolved in a solution at a given temperature, it is called a saturated solution. Suppose we are adding sugar to water. Okay, a point will come when no more sugar we can add to the water. Okay, and at that point we will say that the solution has been saturated. Okay, for example, we take, suppose 37 gram of solute NaCl is the maximum amount that can be dissolved in 100 grams. As we can see, we have seen in the table. Okay, 100 grams. So water at 353 Kelvin. Okay, then 137 gram of solution, that is, you add it 37 plus 100, that is 137 gram of solution. So obtained is the saturated solution at 353 Kelvin. Now what is the pure substance? Pure substance are mainly of two types, that is elements or substance. A substance made up of elements or a compound. An element is a form of matter that cannot be broken down by the chemical reaction into simpler substance. Okay, a compound is a substance composed of two or more different types of elements chemically combined in fixed proportion. For example, copper, iron, oxygen, hydrogen, mercury, water, methane, CH4, or sugar, salt, etc. So a compound is a substance composed of two or more different types of elements chemically combined in a fixed proportion. Now we will define colloid. Colloids are homogeneous mixture in which the particle size is too small to be seen with the naked eyes but is big enough to scatter light. Colloids are useful in industries and daily life. The particles are called the dispersed phase and the medium in which they are distributed is called the dispersion medium. Example: smoke, milk, fog, cloud, etc. Now we will define suspension. A suspension is a heterogeneous mixture in which the solid particles do not dissolve but remain suspended throughout the bulk of the medium. Particles of suspensions are visible to naked eyes. The size of the particles of suspension is greater than 100 nanometer and is visible to naked eyes. The particle of suspension can scatter a beam of light, that is, that they show. Okay, the particles of the suspension can be scattered a beam of light passing through it. The particle of suspension settle down when left undisturbed. The particles of the suspension can be separated from its mixture by filtration. Now question number 5. Classify each of the following as homogeneous, heterogeneous mixture: soda water, wood, air, soil, vinegar, filter, tea, etc. Homogeneous mixtures are soda water, air, vinegar, filter, tea. Heterogeneous mixtures are wood and soil. How would you confirm that a colorless liquid given to you is a pure water? If the given colorless liquid boils exactly at 373 Kelvin, that is 100 degrees centigrade, at 1 atmosphere, then it is pure water. If the boiling point is different, then the water is impure or contaminated. Okay. Which of the following materials falls in the category of a pure substance? So pure substance, so ice is a pure substance, iron is a pure substance, hydrochloric is a pure substance, calcium chloride is a pure, hydrochloric is a compound, ice is also a compound, iron is a element, calcium oxide is a compound, mercury is an element. So these are whatever mark, tick mark, red tick mark given are pure substance, and others are impure. I mean they are not pure substance. Now question number 8. Identify the solution among the following mixtures. So which is solution? So sea water is a solution and soda water is a solution. Air is also a solution. Question number 9. Which of the following will show Tyndall effects? Means if the light is passed through it, it will scatter light. So milk and starch solution will show Tyndall effect. Question number 10. Classify the following elements, compounds and mixture. So sodium is a element, soil is a mixture, sugar solution is a mixture, silver is an element, calcium carbonate is a compound, tin is element, silicon is element, coal is mixture, air is mixture, soap is mixture, methane is compound, carbon dioxide is compound, blood is mixture. Now the last question of the exercise, question number 11. Which of the following are chemical changes? Growth of plant is a chemical change, rusting of iron is a chemical change, cooking of food is a chemical change, digestion of food is also a chemical change, burning of a candle is also chemical change. So that's all for today. We have completed this chapter, that is chapter 2. Is matter around us pure? Okay. Thank you very much. We are done for today.